Speeches are scary. In fact, some people would prefer to die than actually give a speech in front of a group of people. So what can we do to listen to your pleas for help, to make it a bit easier to go up in front of your class or a large group of students and deliver something as simple as a jumble of words put together to prove a point? I'm here just to discuss a few skills or tips you might want to consider when the next time you have to speak in front of a large group of people. One big thing is to pace yourself. A lot of people can get into the habit when they're having to do a speech, is that they'll get nervous, adrenaline will get pumping, and they'll want their speech over and done with as quickly as possible. Now, speaking quickly might get that speech done really fast, but the probability is that most people won't be able to understand what you're actually saying. If you pace yourself, it'll be a more enjoyable speech for the audience, and they'll actually understand what you're trying to say. It can also help calm yourself down if you're taking deep breaths beforehand and trying to actually consider what you're saying before just blurting it all out in a massive spiel. The next tip is about how you look when you're standing up there in front of everyone. Now, you could be crossing your arms, standing slumped in a corner, and avoiding all eye contact from people. But here, this little stick man is showing about what you should be trying to achieve. He appears calm and relaxed. He's standing straight and doing hand gestures towards the crowd so that you're interested in what's going on. Note that he's appearing calm and relaxed. Even if you're not and you're shaking on the inside of nerves, as long as you're standing confident, shoulders back, feet distance apart, and using hand gestures, smiling at the audience when necessary, the audience will believe that you have the confidence to do this speech. And anything you say, they'll probably believe a lot easier. Another thing to do is eye contact. It's important to use eye contact so that you can work the room. If you're actually looking at people, they'll be more involved into what you're saying. It's certainly not just you speaking to a random, empty, faceless crowd, but you'll actually be making eye contact with the people to see what they're feeling from your speech. One big thing that a lot of students might not consider to do, because it would take far too much time and effort though, is practice. Practice in this case does make perfect. If you know your speech before you go into it, you're more likely to do well. Sure, you could do what most students do, practice 10 minutes ahead, give yourself a couple of run-throughs and get it done with, but it's more likely you'll make a mistake when you're actually speaking in front of a large group. So, practice, practice, and practice. Those are just 3 little skills that you can use to go out there and make your big speech. So, good luck. Remember, if you're being yourself when you're giving a speech, it's more likely that you'll enjoy yourself while speaking to the people, and it's more likely to be a realistic speech accomplished.